Representative Crockett ripped for Hawking t-shirt based on feud with MTG. Start by spelling your last name correctly. We're gonna do this whole thing, okay? It started off with Marjorie Taylor Greene saying this: I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchant's daughter. And then Mrs. Crockett! She said, please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland. And then she corrected herself by saying, oh, that's right, Goldman. He's advising. And then Mrs. Crockett said, do you know what we're here for? And then MTG says, I don't think you know what you're here for. And then there's some crosstalk, and then you can hear MTG say, I think your fake eyelashes are messing up. AOC chimes in saying she has a point of order. And then she says, that is absolutely unacceptable. And then she proceeds to have a seizure. How dare you, blah, 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 attack a member's physical appearance. And then there's more crosstalk. MTG goes, are your feelings hurt? In the meantime, AOC is going, I'd like to strike her words down. And then MTG goes, aw. And then AOC was like, oh, baby girl, don't even play. We are going to move and we're going to take your words down. So, she agreed to have her words stricken down, but that wasn't good enough for AOC, who wants her to apologize as well. I believe she should apologize. And then MTG boldly says, I am not apologizing. And then AOC claimed, well then you're not striking your words. But she did strike her words down. She talked to the guy running the hearing, and he had the words stricken down. And then MTG challenged AOC. She said, why don't you debate me? And then AOC says, I think it's pretty self-evident. And then MTG says, yeah, you don't have enough intelligence. And then AOC goes, I like to have those words, I like to strike those words down as well. And then AOC says it twice. That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike. And then MTG says, oh, they cannot take the words. And then MTG says, I agree to strike down my words, but I am not apologizing. And then MTG said to Jamie Rafkin, you will never get an apology out of me. I don't owe you one. Then Mrs. Crockett, she said this to the guy running the hearing. I'm just curious to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleached blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging personalities, correct? And then after that was said, MTG said she would like to make a motion to have those words stricken down. I would like to make a motion to strike those words down. I'm trying to find clarification. This is Miss Crockett again. I'm trying to find clarification. And then MTG says, calm down. Calm down. Can you please calm down? And then Miss Crockett screamed at the top of her lungs, don't tell me to calm down! Because y'all talk noise, and then you can't take it. Because if I come and talk shit, she literally said shit on the House floor. Because if I come and talk shit about her, y'all gonna have a problem. And then AOC repeats herself by saying, I move to strike her word for a second time. I'm sorry, I moved to strike her word for a second set of physical remarks, attacking another member. Because you all cannot seem to apply by the rules of the committee, we have to do this every time. And then MTG asserts, I'm recognized. I'm going to go ahead and start talking. And then she was talking to the chairman running the House committee. She was responding to him asking, can we not recognize Miss Greene? And then AOC goes, no, we cannot, because of the rules of the committee. Mr. Chair, that is what I am trying to say. That is what I am trying to communicate in the present moment. Okay, so the words were officially struck. So the words were officially struck down. And then after the words were already struck down, AOC goes, no, we should be on the record. We should be on the record with what was said. One might ask, if you want everything to be on the record, then what the fuck was the point of you making a scene? And then MTG says, you have a lot to say, being that you're on the retainer for the judge's daughter. Sorry, trust fund. And then AOC goes, we should strike those words too. Didn't you just say you want everything on the record? And then MTG goes, I hope you brought your popcorn. I have my lemonade right here. We should strike those words too. After the fact, they were making comments about Marjorie's body. So we can do this all night long. And then MTG says, I think my body's pretty good. I'm gonna be 50 this month. I am. I turned 50. Pretty good. And then they agreed that they should adjourn. And then AOC said, we have some people that are drinking that are not part of this committee. That was painful to get through. But anyway, the t-shirt says, bleach blonde, bad built butch body. It was supposed to say a Crockett clapback. A Crockett clapback. C-R-O-C-K-R-T-T. Riley Gaines was the first one to say something. I'd start by spelling your last name correctly. Crying emoji, laughing till I'm crying emoji. That was in response to this post. So we are going to drop a Crockett clapback collection. This collection will feature various swag that includes random things I said. The money will go to ensuring that we have a democratic house. Give me a little time to really get the swag online, etc. But B6 will drop first. If you have things you want to see come to life, let me know. Post graphics or the phrases that you want to see. Post graphics or just phrases that you want to see. And then Brian McNally chimed in saying, who's Crockett? And then 5 times August also said this. The shirt says Crockett. She was so anxious to milk the attention for money she couldn't even take the time to get her own name right. Hashtag proofread. Why are people like this given power? Friggin' beyond embarrassing. Disgraceful. So the first thing that MTG said, well, I don't know if it was the first thing, but the thing she said about the fake eyelashes, turns out it was correct. Just pretend these are my eyelashes. Just looking at the t-shirt that was just made. Oh yeah, that looks good. No spelling mistakes or nothing. My idea for a t-shirt would be MTG was right. My original t-shirt idea sucked because of my fake eyelashes.